Hello and welcome to David's World. And as I said, my finances have gone downhill and I have physically lost about 30% of my income has gone. And now I have to really watch how much I spend on items and where I get them from and how much they are. So let us just see. In Newcastle we have, I don't know if you could call it a food bank as such. It's like a food shopping, you would say warehouse, but it's just one room in a church where they get stuff and then they put it on the shelves, and some things they sell it with price and some things that you can get and you give them money. So let's just say with this you use this cooperative to get 12 items. For 12 items you give them £4. So therefore you need to make the 12 items come to about 30 odd pence an item. So it is not worth buying anything which is less than 30 pence, or about 33 pence really. Or you might as well have just bought it in the shop in the first place. So therefore there is zero chance and 0 point in any way of buying something like a tin of baked beans or a tin of spaghetti. Both these items can be bought from the supermarkets at cheaper price. So therefore you have to look for items which is much more value and more expensive. Now I have all one item because it is in the car, because I didn't get it for myself, I got it for my mother, so she's having that. And it was a turnip, and it was this big. Is that big enough? Yeah, it's about this big. So, and that's in the car because I don't like turnip. Okay, so let's have a look and I'll show you what I got item for item. And where shall I start? When you go in, you can get things out of the fridge and the freezer, and there is shelves that have tin stuff and breakfast cereal and all of that, and then you have stuff that's bread, and you have veg and some fruit and stuff like that. It always depends on what it is, how big it is, and comparing it against what you would just buy something in the supermarket for whatever price it is. So with that, as I said, item 1 was a turnip, which is this big, as big as my head, and I don't have a big head. Well, not right now, but it might be getting bigger later. So my second item was, they had this bag of 1.25 kilograms of white potatoes. The is S. So it comes from that supermarket chain that begins with S. Okay, I don't want to advertise supermarket chains or anything like that to where these items come from. But these are, I can't see. Do they even have an expiry date on them? They're potatoes. They're all solid. There's no soft, squidgy, anything like that. So, just British white potatoes. Isn't that racist? Didn't you just say British potatoes? 1.25 kilograms. That's what, about £3 of potatoes? As we said, we have to be about 35 pence of value. 1.25 kilograms of potatoes probably has a price of maybe about 70, but not in Sainsbury's. They're probably about 1.25, I would have thought. The next thing is in the sweetie aisle. Well, it's not really an aisle, it's a shelf. Okay, it's a shelf. I came across these, and I got them just because I don't care. Well, it was a big bag, okay, and I bought it because it was a big bag. So it is 500 grams. Well, that's not going to focus on that at all. of pink and white mini marshmallows. 500. As you can tell, this isn't a small bag. And I think for, let's say, 35 pence, that's well worth that price, because I'm sure that about 125 grams is about a pound anyway. So mini ones, I know, do you know, you could get a small pack. I mean, nowhere, like 5 of these would fit into this, of mini ones for like 39 pence. So for that little tiny one, but this is 500 grams. If I can get hold of milk, make hot chocolate, shove some of them on. So those, real value once again. That's 35 pence. I have an idea that that's 500 grams, probably somewhere in the region of £1, 1.50. Because I haven't seen them in any shop, so I can't precisely go for the price of that one. Item 3. We picked up a Dove Men's Care. It is a body and face wash, moisturising. And does it have an expiry date? I don't know. It has some type of coding on it, but you don't eat it, you wash your hair with it, so if it's got an expiry date, it's not needed, because it's bloody shampoo. So Dove shampoo, I paid 35p. This is well in the pound price range. So where shall we go to next? Sometimes that changed it, didn't it? Sometimes an item may not be one item, but maybe a multiple of items that you can have, and those multiples are counted as one item. Did you get that? This item is one of those items. I picked up some Almond Breeze milk. I don't know if I can make hot chocolate out of this. Put this way, it's a milk alternative, and it's made with nuts. I haven't had almond one, but I've had most of the others. Now this one came with a friend. You could get 2 of these, and that counted as one of your items. So this is one item. It is unsweetened, and it runs out in about 3 days' time. Do I care? No, because actually it doesn't have fat in it. So I put this in the fridge. It will last much longer than the 4 days that it has on its listing. So therefore, there's no point to saying there is no milk fat in it. So therefore, it can't go off in the same way as full milk can. So therefore, this is going to last at least, it's probably got much more than like a month easy. Where shall we go next? Let's go to a tin. Now, this is just a simple tin, but I was running out of things that I really wanted to get. Well, when I looked at it, I either had previously or I still have, and then so I got simply a tin of potatoes. This item is very likely to be the lowest priced item I have in the whole of my items. And this item's probably priced about 39 pence, so it's just over my thingy for being able to get it. From there, I have another tin. This one is definitely nothing I found in any supermarket anytime recently. This is a tin of halved peaches. Now this, if you can tell, is big. This is not the standard off-the-shelf tin of peaches. This is 800, I've got hiccups now, it must be thinking of this food. 825 grams for the weight of the tin with the juice, 480 grams of just the peaches. So this is a very large tin. The standard peaches in the standard tin, probably half of what's in here, and that's I think about 40, almost 40, I think it's near 40 pence for the peaches, 39.40. But this tin is twice the size. I would assume this tin probably comes in about the £1 mark. But for 35 pence, yep, I can either add this and make up some type of pudding, something like that. As we said, the wall contains breakfast area and that type. Once again, I'm running out of stuff to get because I've either got it or I don't like whatever it is. So I got some Quaker porridge oats. These are the individual portions. There is 6 of them. This has at least £1 price thing because it's only got 6 in. They normally have 9 in. This one only has 6 in, and it's not flavoured. But I would normally just buy the standard 70 pence 1 kilogram bag. Over physically picking this up, I would just pick up the 70 pence 1 kilogram bag, as I use Quaker oats not just as porridge, but I do grind it down to make flour. So Quaker oats, 35 pence. Yep, that's all good. So I got some of these last time I was in, and I really liked them, so they had them in again, so I thought, oh, I'm just going to get them. I normally only have one of these, and these are Taste the Difference 4 chewy granola slices. I would just make these myself because of what's in them. Mostly just porridge oat type thing mixed together. Yeah, 33% of it is oats, so it's the same as oats as what's in that. And just make my own, maybe porridge oats, spoon of maybe peanut butter type stuff in, things like that. But these are nice, and 4 of them gonna last me 4 days, 1 a day. Wouldn't have any more than that. I want to spread them out. I want to make them only go the distance. So 35p for them. Price on them I think is about 130, although these were once again got from, if I'm not wrong, yes, they are got from the S location. So if you want to price them up yourself, those are from the S supermarket. I stuck with some more. I already have bread. I bought a loaf of bread for 10 pence. It's a tiger loaf. It's this big, 10 pence in B&M, with 2 pints of milk, which were going for 10 pence each. So I didn't need any bread, and I don't really eat that much bread because too much carbs and stuff. So but these are 10 mini donuts with chocolate flavoured toffin. Toffin. Is toffin a word? Topping. These have just expired. But then again, they're not fresh cream. They're not that type of stuff. So they came from the S location again. So if you want to look up anyone who shops there, will know. Once again, I put this at the same price as the other, around about 120 price thing, 35p. I now have 3 items left. 2 of those items are the same item. So which shall we do first? Well, actually, let's just do the 2 items. Now, you can get more than 1 item in your 12, and it can be a duplicate of an item you've already got. So therefore, I seen this, and it is from Lidl, but I'm sure this is not cheap as what I think. So this is a chocolate bar, but it has a raspberry filling flavour within it. So you see it's got chocolate and the raspberry thing. So this was in Lidl, and it's just expired. So if I open this and the milk chocolate is all white, that means it's been stressed. It's still eatable, but I don't think it will because it's just gone out of the date. And I got 2. So this was technically for me 35 pence. I think that this bar of chocolate is at least in the 70s, if not more. Now, for my last item. The last item is probably going to go to my mother as well, because I don't use this much of it. It is a 250 gram, and you might see the name of the company. Farmhouse butter. Now, this is of course not going to be all that cheap. A lot of the butters now, I think the cheapest you can get is something like $1.99 for it. I might be wrong. I don't really buy butter. I don't use a lot of butter or that type, so I don't know completely the price. I'm guessing on all the prices of these things. Most of them are probably a lot dearer than that, but I just don't bother buying the items that they are. But I know that certain items aren't that cheap. This item I know is not cheap. I'm sure it is about £2. It might be more. It actually might be $2.50. But it is a farmhouse butter traditionally made with whey cream. So, and it's still in date by a week. So this still has a week before it goes out of date, and even after that it is still going to be usable. Put in your fridge. It's, unless it's grown mould on it, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so those were my 12 items. 35 pence an item, £4. Am I happy with what I got? I would have liked some meat. They do have meat every now and then. I got some, like the Polish longy sausages that come in the flat pack, and they're about £2 odd a pack. I got some of them, the nice hot dogs, and I got some buns and put them in, and 2 of those in a bun. That technically made up a meal. So, boom. I'm going to get marshmallowed up. I don't know if marshmallows go with almond milk, but we'll find out. So we have chocolate, we have cake, we have some milk for general drinking. I have sherbet. So £4, yeah, just about comes in that. I'm happy with what I got. As you notice, I didn't get a lot of other veg, although they do have it. As I said, I got the potatoes and I got the turnip. They did have leek, but you got 1 leek, and it was very thin. You can get peppers, but a lot of the peppers this week were very small, and you only get 1. And if you just go to Aldi, you can get 1 pepper for about 45 pence. If you're sensible, you buy a bigger bag, you slice them yourself and you put it into the freezer, and then you can just take out when you want, and then it lasts longer. So no need to buy that. Normally when you're looking at some of the fruits are just cheaper just to buy the bag of whatever the hell it is in a supermarket. They did have, you could get 2 bananas, but then you go into Aldi, you can buy a banana for, is it 15 or 17 pence? So that would have been under the 35 pence amount. You sometimes can get a pullet of tomatoes. I've got quite a lot of tomatoes right now, so I don't need any, but if you can, those are probably about 80-90 pence, so I would have got them if I needed them. Didn't need any. The freezers this time were empty, so I couldn't get anything. The breads, I didn't really need it. They had a few buns, but they were a bit on the hard side, because they were the hard top ones. I much prefer soft ones. They had a very short French stick thing. No, that's fine with that. They did have some Warburton bread if you're looking for a name brand, and that's now $1.40 a loaf. So they did have that, and that would be fine to have. But that's what I got from mine. It's based in Newcastle. £4. You get 12 items. You used to get more. used to be able to take one item from the one shelf, but now it's just 12 items. You could get 12, almost 12 the same item, but then why would you want that type of stuff? But you really still have to watch what you pick up. Is this cheaper than what I can physically buy it in a supermarket? If not, put it back. So with that, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I will see you on the next video. So bye for now.